Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, and sometimes hair, so that sounds like a thing. Make sure you are subscribed. Also, come and follow me on Instagram where I post a lot of stuff you're not going to see here on YouTube. Fenty Skin is still the most asked about skincare brand, not just celebrity release, but skincare line as a whole that I'm asked about non-stop, every day. All the time. Not just from people who haven't seen my initial review, but from people who want to know how I'm getting on with it. So today is an update on Fenty Skin. It's been roughly 2 months since I posted the video, so it's probably been just under 3 months since I've been using all the products. If I got my timeline right, that's probably completely wrong. And I will also be reviewing their latest release towards the end of this video. Okay, so one thing we have to get straight is I'm going to address some comments from my original review about my review. A lot of the comments suggested that I was giving the brand a good review because I love Rihanna. Whilst I'm not a fan of Rihanna, I'm actually not a fan of her music. I don't like a lot of, I just listen to K-pop, you all know that. I don't actually know a lot of her songs, music, all that kind of stuff. And I gave the brand a good review, not a great review, but a good, honest review. But as I mentioned, as a businesswoman, I have a lot of respect for her. I think she's a great businesswoman. I think what she's done with Fenty, underwear, they do underwear, right? Skincare, makeup has actually been amazing from a brand point of view. Fenty overall is a brand that a lot of brands can learn from when it comes to packaging, environmental concerns, genuine inclusivity when it comes to models, when it comes to who they're sending PR to, or their campaigns, inclusivity that feels genuine, because that is just what the brand Fenty genuinely embodies. I love that Fenty Skin launched with a sunscreen and that they emphasize the importance of reapplication and using a sunscreen in general. I feel like every skincare brand should launch with a sunscreen, and they're products that people of all skin tones, colors can use, which should just be the case for everything nowadays. So I respect the business side of this brand a lot. I don't see it as a celebrity brand. I don't know much about Rihanna. I don't need to be on any more PR lists. I've got enough free skincare to last me God knows how long, centuries. I genuinely believed and still do believe that as a set, the original free products are a great starting point for people who don't know a lot about skincare but want a basic routine. You know, like a starter set for people in their teens, early 20s. It's a good set routine. And as I mentioned in my initial review, if you're really into your skincare, this may not be the brand for you. Oh, maybe, we'll talk about this in a bit, because you probably have your favorites already. And as I mentioned, this is a good starting point if you're getting into skincare or just want a simple yet effective routine. So do I use any of the products anymore? Do I still agree with my initial views on the products? Now that I've really had the chance to see how they interact with my skin and how they fall into my lifestyle and daily routine. If you want to see in-depth ingredient reviews, check out my review. This is just going to be an update other than the latest launch, which we'll talk about again at the end of the video. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the Total Cleanser. Remove It All Cleanser, hyper clean, soft skin without stripping or drying. Daily cleanser and makeup remover in one. So my overall review of this was that it was a nice cleanser. A little strong in fragrance, but that didn't necessarily linger. A good cleanser, not my personal favorite, but good. I took that from my notes from the last review. And it is a very good cleanser that does effectively cleanse the skin. Do I use it anymore? No, I don't. Whilst fragrance doesn't concern me when it comes to how it acts on my skin, the scent did become a little bit too much for me. Fenty Skin has a signature scent of cherry and coconut. It's a very particular smell, and I do like it, but if you use all these products together as the whole line, the smell becomes a little bit overpowering for me. And rather than this just being Fenty Skin's signature scent, because it lingers as a whole line of products on your skin, it kind of has to become your signature scent. And you have to embrace it as your scent too, because there were days where this would overpower my own chosen fragrance, my own perfume and aftershave. I want to smell like my chosen fragrance, not my skincare. I have used this, of course, without the rest of the line, and it was nice. As I mentioned, the smell doesn't linger. However, when the products are layered on top of each other, it sticks around. As I mentioned, I don't mind fragrance, but you do have to be in the mood for very particular niche fragrances like this. I say it's a niche fragrance because it's kind of this floral sweet smell that you have to be in the mood for. It's like lighting a scented candle. I've got one going here. It's raining today. It's grey. I want something warm and comforting and cozy. You know, you have to be in a mood for certain smells, and most evenings I'm not in the mood for this kind of like, it makes me feel like I'm going out, which I don't do anymore. And I'm just never in the mood for this particular scent. As an effective cleanser, yes, it's very, very good. I'm still a fan of the double cleanse using an oil-based cleanser and then a normal water-based cleanser, but it cleansed very, very well. Again, a good cleanser, if you don't mind the fragrance or you're just going to pick one product and it will be the cleanser, it's a great cleanser. I don't use it because I'm just never in the mood for it. Fat Water Pore Refining Toner Serum. A toner serum hybrid instantly refines the looks of pores, reduces the look of dark spots, even skin tone, and fights shine without stripping skin. My initial review of this Fat Water was kind of okay. I couldn't see myself using it. I couldn't see it fitting into my skincare routine because, as they mentioned, this is a toner serum hybrid. I've got my favorite toners. I got my favorite serums. However, what I initially did like about this is that it's very good for oily skin. And if you want hydration without being too dewy, one comment I get is that people want well hydrated skin without that dewy look. And this is a really, really good toner serum hybrid for that. It's got very, very beneficial ingredients in, especially for those with oilier skin. But as I said, if you're into skincare and you don't want your 2-in-1s, you've got your favorites, this probably won't be the product for you. Okay, so am I still using this? Yes, this is my second bottle. I absolutely love this. I look back at my review and I'm like, I really didn't seem to like it back then, or I thought it was just kind of okay. I thought it was okay. I thought it'd be good for people who like didn't really want to do a skincare routine and you get those amazing benefits. But I pretty much use this every single morning. Here's my morning situation, right? I wake up, I do a quick spritz of my face, put a hydrating toner on, bit of moisturizer, usually with sunscreen, go out and walk my dog, right? So I want that like really quick routine, something super lazy in the morning, and this fits in perfectly. And I feel like it's more than just a toner, as they say, is a serum hybrid, which, to be honest, a lot of toners are nowadays. There's toners, essences, serums, all just crashing into each other, pretty much becoming the same thing. But this just gives you that added boost of hydration, especially if you wake up not as dewy and hydrated as you wanted to. This really, really does just give your skin that extra boost of hydration. There's no hyaluronic acid in here, which I'm trying to cut down on because, as you know, I think my skin didn't enjoy me binging hyaluronic acid. So whilst I am introducing hyaluronic acid back into my routine, I still look for products without it. This is the only Fenty product for me where the fragrance disappears very, very quick. You smell it initially on your hands when you pat it on your face, and then it just disappears. But the fact that I know I'm getting a lot of benefits from this one product, a lot of the actives that I would use in serums, for example, but I'm still getting the hydration of my toner. This is probably one of the only 2-in-1 products that I actually use, other than the SERUM Misty Tone. What's it called? It's got a weird name, like You're All Gonna Die Mist or something. I really enjoy these. Hydra Visor Invisible Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF. SPF 30, sunscreen. Light as air hydration, invisible sun protection, defends and brightens skin while reducing the look of pores. Oil free, a super nice sleek sunscreen that kind of fakes a glow for your skin, also hydrates and moisturizes. And that was really my initial review. It's a great sunscreen, especially for those with deeper skin tones, 0 white cast, and it feels very light on the skin. And I stick with everything I said, including the point that I wouldn't be using this as much because I do like my higher SPF sunscreens. I like a factor 50. Am I using this at all whatsoever? Yes, I actually am. This is really, really good for those stay-at-home days. Now the weather is a little bit more gloomy, where I'm maybe not layering my products as much. Again, nice one to use in the morning when you're rushing outside. But yeah, if I'm lounging around the house, this is perfect for me. Again, I don't like using this in conjunction with the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the toner because it's just a bit too fragrant heavy for me. The smell, again, if it had a different scent, like a fresher scent, I think I wouldn't mind it as much. But again, it just lingers a bit for me. Spoiler, because I'm not using the whole range anymore. Just using the Fat Water and this, it's not an issue. The scent isn't that strong. If this came as a factor 50, I do genuinely believe this could be one of my go-to sunscreens. I don't have a go-to because I love about 10 different sunscreens and I just use them all. The fact that this has this like slight iridescence to it that makes your skin look alive and makes it look dewy and glowy, even when you yourself feel and look like shit, is so nice. Again, super lightweight, still has that moisturizing kind of comfort to it, and really, really good for my oily skin. Factor 50, bring it out, and I would use this as my go-to sunscreen. I'm not really using it nowadays other than gloomy days like today and sitting around the house. So let's talk about the newest release. This is the Instant Reset Overnight Recovery Gel Cream. So this was gifted to me again, as was the whole line from Fenty Skin, which I'm very, very thankful for. And I said it in a skincare reaction video to Rihanna's skincare routine, that if they brought out a nighttime moisturizer or just a moisturizer without that sunscreen in, it would be the perfect, beyond perfect launch. It was a very good launch, but that would have made it a perfect launch. Rihanna actually used the sunscreen as part of an evening routine. You don't use sunscreen in the evening. We know that. I think she knows it as well. It was just to promote the brand. So I was super excited when I saw that they were launching a nighttime cream. It makes sense, right? You got your SPF moisturizer in the morning, your night cream, and then everything in between. It's great. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the product from the press release. A little of my own experience, but not really. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So this is an instantly hydrating, plumping moisturizer, and the few times I did use it, yes, you get this instant plumpness to your skin. Your face looks dewy, it looks super soft, and it feels really soft as well. So in here we have hyaluronic acid, melon oil, and baobab, which is an African tree that bears nutrient-rich superfruits, and it's deeply hydrating. We also have niacinamide in here to help reduce the look of dark spots, help with sebum regulation, fight excessive shine, and it does help with your skin barrier as well. What else do we have in here? We also have Japanese raisin tree, helps to detoxify and purify. We also have cactus and green tea, rich in antioxidants to help defend against environmental stresses. Yes, sorry, I'm just reading out the ingredients. I don't really enjoy reviewing products that I've not had a good amount of time to review, if that makes sense, and speak from personal experience. But there's also hyaluronic acid and aloe, which helps hydrate, soothe, and condition. Okay, so here's why I'm not demonstrating it and why I'm just reading off things, because I had a reaction to this product. It's going to happen, especially when you test a lot of skincare. I'm not 100% sure why. It could have potentially been the fragrance. As we discussed before, there are fragrance ingredients in here that have to be listed separately to just fragrance as a whole and parfum as a whole, because they're known irritants. There's quite a few of them actually. And whilst I haven't had a reaction to these before, maybe it was just a bit too much for my skin. Maybe my skin had been compromised this week. I had IPL the week that I was trying this, so it could have been that as well. Or my skin just didn't like this product. It might have hated the formulation. When I first tried this, I was super excited because my skin felt plump. It looked really nice and dewy and glowing, and I touched my skin and it had that velvety feel to it that didn't feel like a horrible, like matte primer velvety feel, you know, like that fake silky smooth skin. It felt genuinely just smooth. However, about 10 minutes after applying this to my face, I had to rinse it off. Something was stinging my skin, and that was the only product I was using that was new. I tried again the next morning just with a splash of water and some moisturizer, the Fenty moisturizer. Again, instant itching, redness. So this product isn't for my skin, but just because it's not for my skin, it doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. I've seen some amazing reviews of this product, both from people who are consumers like myself, more skincare experts as well, breaking down the ingredients. Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed because unfortunately I couldn't test it overnight. I do feel like I would have woken up dewy and well hydrated, but I just couldn't keep this on my skin. Overall, I still feel like Fenty Skin is a great brand for those who want a simplified skincare routine, who are just getting into skincare, or someone who just wants the basics with good beneficial ingredients. The only product I will be repurchasing, because I have repurchased it, is the Fenty Skin Fat Water. It just slips effortlessly into my routine. I've naturally been reaching for it. My skin really, really enjoys it. And again, if the sunscreen comes out as Factor 50, I'm gonna get it. I like the look it gives my skin, and I like the way it feels on my skin as well. Do you know what? It does kind of remind me of the Purito, like how it feels on your skin, where it feels like a moisturizer. Well, it is a moisturizer, but with that sun protection. So yeah, Factor 50, I'm right at the front of the line to buy it. How about you? Have you been using it? Do you still use it? Are there products that you loved and now maybe don't, or vice versa? Let me know, because I really thought I'd be using just the cleanser out of all this, to be honest, and it's the one I use the least. So let me know in the comments down below. But that's it from me now. I will see you next time.